like a drum. And just as well there is work to be done. We got mountains to move and spirits to lift, minds to change and attitudes shift. True, that's what we do. We got a highway ahead, never calling us home. A road we must travel, a road that is long. Through hell and high water, we've been there before. We'll be there again, that's for certain, for sure. True, that's what we do. True, that's what we do. We gotta keep those wheels turning, keep those fires burning, hold that lamp high, shining bright. To the darkness, lend some light. Mind, heart, body, and soul. That's the way we roll.
That's the way we roll.
That's the way we roll.
This song symbolises what Stand Tall did in October of 2018. On October 2, Stand Tall took a convoy of military vehicles, which included 3 Bushmasters plus 13 soldiers, emergency service vehicles and personnel, plus various support vehicles, on an 18-day trip around southeastern Australia, spreading all manner of PTS awareness information. Our presentation packs had leaflets and giveaways from Phoenix, DVA, Gallipoli Medical Research Foundation, Mates for Mates, Banks Creek Retreat, the Trauma Toolbox, and Queensland Fire and Emergency Services. We even had a team of veteran cyclists from the UK, USA, Canada and Australia pedalling most of the way. And we put on performances of the one-man play called Shell Shock at many venues. We went from Brisbane to Toowoomba, to Tenterfield and Armidale, to Tamworth and Dubbo, to Bathurst for the race, and to Goulburn and Bundanoon. We travelled to Canberra and then Wagga after that. We started in Victoria at Bendigo and then Ballarat. In Melbourne, we had a massive welcome and a visit to HMAS Cerberus before going to Lakes Entrance, and back to New South Wales via Cooma before going to Canberra again. Finally, we travelled to Parramatta for an Invictus welcome. That was 18 stops over 18 days in 4 states and territories. We conducted about 80 interviews between us and had over 250,000 hits on Facebook alone. We reached out to 7 countries, and by the time we add up the numbers on media monitors, I won't be surprised if our message got out to tens of millions. By the time we got back to Brisbane, we travelled 5,100 kilometres. Along the way, we took a big Invictus Games flag, which we filled with hundreds of signatures and well-wishes. We presented this to some Invictus athletes in Parramatta at our final stop, in front of hundreds of spectators and dignitaries. We visited and presented to some amazing people at Backtrack in Armidale and Quest for Life in Bundanoon, not far from Goulburn. We had a civic reception in Canberra courtesy of the ACT government, and laid a wreath at the War Memorial during the last post ceremony. And after that, Brendan Nelson gave a heartfelt address to our people. The significant welcome we received at the Whitton Oval in Melbourne was attended by the DVA Minister Darren Chester and Professor David Forbes from Phoenix, Australia. I should have added Orange into my list of stops, as we had a significant 45 minutes at the Orange Fire Station at 6 a.m. one morning. The local fireys gave us coffee and croissants as we passed through on our way to Bathurst from Dubbo. That was indicative of the warmth we received on the whole journey. With 2 major clinical conferences and 2 significant awareness events under our belts in 3 years, we're looking at something more passive for 2019 while we recharge our batteries. 2019 is 100 years since an AIF cricket team toured the UK as they waited to go home after World War I. In the 20s, 6 members of that team played for Australia. Defence is sending a men's and women's team to the UK to commemorate that. Plus, it's an Ashes year over there, and I'm a life member of Defence Cricket. Maybe there's something we can do there.